What if luck isn't luck at all? What if the people we call lucky are actually just those who understand the rules of the universe better than we do? Albert Einstein once said, "God does not play dice with the universe," and yet most of us go through life rolling dice, waiting for opportunity, wishing for good fortune, hoping for a break. But Einstein didn't wait for luck. He created it. Because luck is a formula. It's not random. It's not chaos. It's not magic. It's preparation, multiplied by effort, raised to the power of belief. Let me explain. Einstein didn't look like a genius in school. He didn't speak until he was 4. His teachers called him slow. He was rejected by universities, but he wasn't unlucky. He was becoming something. He was building an internal world. He was observing deeply, thinking differently. While others were chasing grades, he was chasing truth. While others memorized, he imagined. He trained his mind to see the invisible, to understand the language of nature, mathematics, light, time, energy. And when the world finally saw what he saw, they called him lucky. They called him a genius. But genius is often just obsession plus time. Luck is often just effort plus alignment. Most people don't prepare for luck. They pray for it, but they don't position for it. They want the rewards without the risk. They want the spotlight without the grind. Einstein said, "In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity." That's what lucky people understand. They don't run from problems. They run toward them. They know pressure creates power, that the storm brings the spark. So while most people avoid failure, the lucky ones build their lives through failure. They understand that luck is just consistency finally noticed. Think about your own life. How many times have you given up? Not because you lacked talent, but because you lacked belief. Einstein didn't know the answers at first, but he believed they were out there, so he chased them. The world didn't make sense to him, so he reconstructed it. He asked bigger questions. He embraced solitude. He used imagination as his weapon. Luck doesn't come to those who wait. Luck comes to those who prepare so deeply that when the opportunity arrives, they're already ready. You want to be lucky? Good. Then build the kind of mind that attracts miracles. Work when no one's watching. Learn what others ignore. Practice when it's boring.
Train when it's dark. And when that moment comes, and it always does,
you'll meet it with open arms. That's not luck. That's destiny earned. Einstein didn't wait for permission. He didn't wait for someone to call him brilliant. He decided he was, and then he proved it. So the real theory of luck is this: luck is a reward for those who keep going long enough to look like they were chosen. They told him it was impossible. They said his ideas didn't make sense, that time couldn't bend, that energy and matter were separate, that light had no speed limit. But Einstein didn't listen. He wasn't interested in agreement. He was interested in truth. And the truth doesn't care about opinions. It doesn't need approval. It exists whether you believe in it or not. Einstein believed before the world believed. That's what made him different. Not the equations, not the theories, but the courage to trust his mind before anyone else did. That's the beginning of luck. Believing before there's proof. You don't stumble into luck. You build into it. You earn it through silent effort, through invisible work, through lonely hours no one claps for. The world sees the outcome, but it never sees the obsession, the notebooks, the questions, the failure. You want luck? Then fall in love with the unseen. Do the work when it feels like it's going nowhere. Study when there's no reward. Show up when no one notices. That's the theory of luck. It's not mystery. It's not fate. It's motion. Motion creates momentum. Momentum creates opportunities. Opportunities reveal potential, and potential changes everything. Einstein didn't have more hours in the day. He just used them differently. While others lived on the surface, he dove into the depth. While others accepted what they were told, he asked why. And then what if? The greatest discoveries come from what if. What if I try one more time? What if I'm not wrong just early? What if I already have what I need? And I just need to activate it? People wait their whole lives for the stars to align. Einstein became the star. He didn't wait for luck to show up. He became the reason it did. Because when preparation meets obsession, the universe has no choice but to respond. You are not unlucky. You are simply early in the process. You haven't failed. You've just started. Keep going. Luck is not a lightning bolt, it's a signal. And it only responds to those who refuse to give up. You don't need permission to succeed. You don't need approval to start. You don't need perfect conditions. You need fire. You need direction. You need endurance. And then the theory works. Not overnight, not in comfort, but always eventually. Einstein's success wasn't built in the spotlight. It was built in silence, in moments no one recorded, in thoughts no one understood, in questions no one dared to ask. But that's how luck is born. It's not loud, it's quiet, it waits, it watches. It tests you. The universe doesn't reward the loudest. It rewards the most focused, the most resilient, the most willing to be misunderstood for as long as it takes. Einstein was misunderstood. He wasn't chasing acceptance. He was chasing meaning. He wasn't trying to fit in. He was trying to figure out why things fit together. And in that lonely pursuit, he unlocked something bigger than luck. He unlocked alignment, the moment when preparation meets purpose and creates power. That's when luck stops being luck and starts being law. Because the real secret, lucky people don't rely on chance. They rely on consistency. They rely on obsession. They rely on vision. They move like their future depends on every step. Because it does. They write the formula of their lives. Every early morning, every sacrifice, every risk taken in silence. Einstein's formula changed the world, but yours can change your world. You don't need to discover relativity. You need to discover your own potential. You need to stop waiting. Start thinking, start building, start believing, because the universe is watching, and when you align your actions with your dreams, it moves in your favor. Luck becomes a ripple effect, a reaction to your discipline, a byproduct of your mindset. Most people never realize it because they stop too soon. They quit before the equation balances, before the pieces click, before the miracle happens. Don't stop, you're not lost. You're just in the middle. You're still writing your formula. You're still solving your equation. And every effort counts. Every late night, every failed attempt, every doubt you push through. They are proof that you're preparing for something bigger than you can see. Einstein once said, "The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious." He lived in that mystery. He trusted it. So should you. Let the mystery of your potential pull you forward. Let the unknown excite you instead of scare you, because that's where luck lives. Right on the edge of the unknown. The people you admire, the ones who seem lucky, they all walked through darkness before the spotlight ever touched them. They all doubted themselves. They all failed. They all questioned everything. But they didn't stop. Because they understood something most people ignore. Luck is not something you find. It's something you build. And building takes time. It takes silence. It takes being alone with your thoughts long enough to know which ones to trust. Einstein didn't wait for the world to believe in him. He believed in the world he saw inside himself. And you have a world inside you too. A vision, a truth, an idea that won't leave you alone. That idea is not a coincidence. It's your signal, your starting point, your equation to solve. You don't need luck to chase it. You need will. You need clarity. You need relentless energy that outlasts doubt. The most dangerous person is the one who won't quit, the one who refuses to bow to failure, the one who keeps showing up no matter how many times they've been knocked down. That person doesn't need luck, because eventually, the universe bends to their consistency. Einstein didn't just study science. He became it. He lived it. He breathed it. He questioned everything and never stopped asking why. That's what made him powerful. Not a diploma, not a title, not fame. Curiosity, discipline, vision. He created luck by chasing truth harder than anyone else. So ask yourself, what truth are you willing to chase? What are you willing to do when no one is watching? What are you willing to become when no one believes in you yet? Because if you stay on that path long enough, the world will believe in you too. That's the theory. That's the pattern. That's the law. Luck doesn't find you. You become so undeniable that it has to. It has no choice. Because you made the choice first to keep going, to keep building, to keep believing. Every lucky person was just an ordinary person who didn't give up. And now, it's your turn. Most people think luck is something that strikes. But the truth is, luck is something that grows. It starts as a seed, a thought, a whisper of purpose in your mind. And if you feed it, if you water it with action, it begins to take root. Einstein didn't get lucky. He got clear. He focused. He obsessed. He became a student of the universe. And the universe, it opened its secrets to him. Because that's what happens when you give your life to something. The door opens. Luck is the universe's reward for deep commitment. But you'll never know that if you keep quitting. You'll never taste that reward if you keep switching paths, starting over every time it gets hard, Staying the course is the rarest form of discipline, but it's also the most valuable. Because if you're consistent long enough, what once looked like sacrifice starts to look like strategy. Einstein said, "It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer." That's the truth. He wasn't lucky. He was stubborn. He was relentless. He didn't stop when it got hard. He didn't give up when it didn't make sense. He kept thinking. He kept testing. He kept questioning. And eventually, the puzzle cracked open. You want to be lucky? Then fall in love with confusion. Fall in love with trying again. Fall in love with the process of becoming. Because every second you spend growing, you're planning something the world will one day call luck. They'll look at your results and call you fortunate. They won't see the late nights. They won't see the heartbreak. They won't see the doubt. But you'll know. You'll know what it cost. And that knowledge is your power. Because when you've built your own luck, no one can take it from you. Luck is not an accident. It's a reflection of how deeply you've prepared, of how much you've sacrificed, of how long you've waited without quitting. That's what makes it real. That's what makes it lasting. And that's what gives you control. So here you are, still standing, still breathing, still chasing something no one else can see. And maybe that's the point. Einstein didn't wait for the world to understand him. He understood himself. He didn't wait for clarity to appear. He created it, one thought at a time, one formula at a time, one step at a time. You're not here by accident. You are here because something in you refuses to settle. Because something in you knows. There's more to this life than waiting. More than luck, more than chance. There's choice. The choice to become the kind of person who doesn't need to be lucky. Because they're prepared. Because they're ready. Because they've earned every inch of progress. Luck comes to those who show up, who get back up, who stay in the fight when everyone else quits. It doesn't matter where you started. It doesn't matter who doubted you. It doesn't matter what failed before. All that matters is what you choose to do next. Because in this moment, you have a decision. Keep waiting, or keep building. Keep hoping, or start moving. Keep dreaming, or start becoming. The world will call it luck. But you'll know better. You'll know the late nights, the rejection, the inner battles, the tears no one saw, the thousands of times you whispered to yourself, just one more step. And when that moment comes, when everything you built finally breaks through, don't shrink, don't apologize, stand tall, own it, because this is not luck. This is the reward of endurance, the proof of purpose, the evidence of a mind that refused to be average. This is your moment. This is your theory, and now it's real. Go make the universe notice you.